Kwesi's in Cape Coast. How can we identify a certain Kwesi with whatever? The surnames, or the number of children that parents have will determine the type of Kwesi we want to know. For instance, if we have about 3 or 4 Kwesis, you get to know that a specific Kwesi will be born as the 4th born. So we will know the person to be Kwesi Annan. Kwesi Annan. So the surnames will change it. Kwesi Annan is a numerical pattern, but we have our fathers. We name our kids from our patrilineal line. Though we belong to our mothers, we have matrilineal inheritance. But when it comes to the name and the greeting response, we take it from the father. So the father will bring a name from his family to be given to the young child. So we have different fathers with different names. So from there, we also get it. Also, when someone is born on the Christmas day, we use the day name plus the day which is Christmas. Like in Infanti, Christmas is known as Bronya. So Kwesi Bronya will be given. If someone is born on the Good Friday, which is the Easter time, those the Good Friday will be used in addition to the name in which the day in which the child is born. So in these instances, you will know that we have Kwesi, but with different second name. So that is that. So with Kwesi and AC, Kwesi is male and AC is the female. So Kwesi and AC will be for the female. So Kwesi, AC, our language is tonal. That's why we can use the sound to communicate. So Kwesi, AC. Yeah. So Monday is Kojo for male and Ajwa for female. Kojo, Ajwa for the female. So Kojo, Ajwa. Then we go to Tuesday, where we have Kobena for the male and Araba for female. So Kobena, and Araba, Kobena, Araba. Okay, we go to Wednesday, where we have Kweku, and the female will be Ekua. Then we go to Thursday, where we have Ko for male and Abba for female. Ko for male and Abba. Good. Then we go to Friday, where we have Kofi for male and Efua for female. So Kofi and Efua. Ifua for female. And the last is the Saturday, which we have Kwamena for male. Kwamena and Amma. So whenever we are using the drums to call someone, we use this. But that's not all. Apart from these day names, we have the spiritual names. The spiritual names are very heavy. Each and every one on this earth has a spirit. I don't know whether you believe in that. We have spirit that controls the body. Without the spirit, I think you can't move them, but the body will be lying down. So the day names and the days have ruling spirits, angels, archangels, or whatever. So the day in which you were born has a specific spirit which governs all of these bodies. But we use those names when it comes to, when it becomes critical, especially when you are sick, for instance. We use the drums to contact your inner spirit, which will try to bring you out of that sickness or that ailment. So we use those names when the need arises. For instance, Kwamena has a spiritual name called Kwame Atapi. That has the spiritual name. Kwame Atapi. So in using that name, it will sound like, apart from the Kwamena that you heard, there's this Kwame Atapi. That means I'm calling the spiritual name of Kwamena, a male born, someone. Kwame Atapi. No matter how the situation of that sick person, he will try to, this has some powers in it that will, bring him up. So, sir, Kwame Atapi, wake up from your sickness. Sir. So you will see that sick person will try to, come up. Yeah, so we have this for all the 7 days in a week. Also with the chiefs, all the chiefs have their symbols, their totems. And that totems, the symbols, we have a staff with some symbols on it. So we use, yeah. So we use the totem or the symbol or the staff to identify the type of chief that is sitting in the Papa Lamke. And we use the drums to play some appellations. We use the drums to play the appellations for the chiefs. And that is done mainly by the divine and master drummers. And we don't have much. We are here to train more because the number is going down dramatically. Yeah. Also, when someone dies, for instance, if someone is drawn in the sea, sometimes you can't find the body floating for some weeks. So we use the drums to call the spirit, like I have explained, so that the body under the water will come to float for the divers to go and bring. Sometimes it goes like 4 or 5 kilometers. You will see it, that the body is floating, because we've used the drum to call the spirit of that drowned person. So it will come to float, and then the divers will go up there and bring the dead body to be buried. When the body is sent ashore, we use some appellations around the spiritual name, so that it will be taken to either the hospital or the house to be prepared to bury. Also, if someone got lost in the forest, we use the drums to trace the person, because we use the drum and you will hear that his or her name is being mentioned on the drum spiritually, and the spiritual name, so that he or she can follow the sound of the drum on his or her name. Then we have others who are in the forest looking or searching for this lost person. We do this. When there is fire outbreaks, we use the drums to call everybody in the area to come round, so that those who are very powerful, we have some people who are very good in going through the fire. In the olden days, we didn't have the fire equipment, but we had some brave people who could go through the fire and bring valuable things or anything that should be taken out from the fire. So we use the drums to bring them around, and we use some poetic words on the drums, and it gingers them. It gingers them, and they fear not. They go through the fire and bring any valuable or anything that should be saved. Yeah. And also in the olden days, we have some wild animals coming sometimes in the night to scare away people, or to catch people. But when drums are used, some people are able to face these wild animals like the lions and the tigers and all. They face them, they fight them, they kill them, and these people have titles because they have been able to subdue or overcome the powers of these wild animals. But right now, since there is much development, all these wild animals are going deep in the forest, and so on and so forth. We use the drum for movement, for dancing. For instance, we have drum patterns, language, that jump, squat, dive, do this and this. All these are commanded by the drummers who have learned and know and understand this drum tricks and all that is in it. My name is Odomankoma Kyerema Pra. Odomankoma Kyerema is the last title in drumming. It means the Odomankoma is divine. Odomankoma is divine. Kyerema is master. So it's divine master drummer. My name is Pamina. Pamina is Saturday May. I was born on Saturday, so I'm known as Pamina. Then Pra, the last name is the name of one of the powerful rivers in Ghana. Pra River is on the western part. It enters the sea at the western coast of Ghana. Pra is one of the powerful rivers in Ghana. that's my son or my last name. Like I was saying, sometimes the surname differs. I was named after the river, one of the powerful rivers in Ghana. Someone will be named after another lake or another river elsewhere in the country due to some circumstances. Yeah. So the name Odomankoma is divine, and Kyerema, master drummer, that Kyerema Pra is the last title, and it should be given by those who understand and know the meanings of the spiritual sounds and language, especially on the drum. So it was. That's how you can't get it at the university, because in the school setting, we don't have this spirit. Some don't even believe the spiritual aspect of sound or everything. So it should be given by those who knows and understand the meaning and what it is in the spiritual realm. So the elder people who know and understand or ordain me or ushered me into that level. So I'm dealing with the traditional priests and priestesses and all the spiritual people in Ghana. So wherever I go from here, if I even go to Kumasi and drum, those who understand the spiritual aspect of the drummer will just say, this is Odomankoma Kyerema, because it's something which, I mean, dawns on you that, yeah, this is the sound of a divine master drummer. Nobody will tell you, will exactly know, because it's a spiritual something, and you need nobody to tell you. So, but that is how I got my name and how I move with the chiefs and queens and priests and priestesses and the whole area wherever I go. So this is what I'll pause here, because we need to go on. But if you have any question, anything to ask, you have the freedom, you have the liberty to do that.
That's all.
Yeah.
Louder?
Yeah.
The drums, some of the sounds are very similar. How do you know the difference?
Yeah, I said because our language is tonal.
Yes.
Yeah, we can know what the drum is saying.
Okay, maybe I think ABBA and I don't remember the other, they were
Similar.
same. Yeah.
Okay. If we want to call ABBA and there are 3 ABBAs standing, we will add the second name. See that? We will add the second name to differentiate her from the other ABBA. There will be always something to differentiate names. Yeah.
Frank, you said it's not all people who believe in the spirits, and maybe a person can say, I don't believe in the spirits, I have never seen a spirit. What will you, what is your answer?
Yeah, the spirit is something you cannot see. Is it? Things that prevails in the spiritual world are more than what we see. We can identify in the physical world. It's something that it's an inward something. When it has a kind of possession, it can possess you. See that? So that will be my answer. You can't see spirit, but if you develop beyond, if you have the third eye, you can see the spiritual things. There are 2 ways you can feel it. You can feel intuitively, and you can see it when you have developed the third eye. Yeah.
Okay.
So I, for instance, have both. I can feel it and I can see it. Yeah. When or if I want to see it,
Okay.
withdraw into the spiritual realms. Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
And secondly, I will ask the person if he or she dreams. Because when you sleep, the physical body is at its lowest ebb. So your spirit is working at that time. If the person says, yes, I dream, then I can explain further.
Okay.
Yeah.
Andre spørgsmål? I think they are ready to move on to the next level.
Okay, no problem. I will take our chest maybe behind and start something.
Yes.